Inquiring.
Principled.
Committed.
Supportive.
Inspirational.
Centered.
Caring.
Intellectual.
Reflective.
I've known Darrel for 34 years. I met him in 1988 when I began teaching at the Louisiana Scholars College.
I think we've both known Darrel since 1987, so that's 35 years now that we've known Darrel.
The Scholars College, I don't know how much you knew about it or know about it, but it was truly a family of professors. We all loved each other, and we've remained friends, close friends, for decades afterwards, and that's unusual in the academic environment.
One of the purposes of the college was to bring people together from different disciplines and model for students how scholars in different disciplines work together to ask and answer, mostly ask big questions.
Yeah, I think Darrel modeled for us, certainly for me, what it meant to be a good teacher, what it meant to be a good faculty mentor of students, because I think one of the things I learned from Darrel is that, as faculty, we weren't the center. We didn't go in there every day. It wasn't us, as the students. So I think I learned partly from Darrel anyway, that when you put student learning at the center of the classroom, that's when the magic happened. I first met Darrel and Christy, though. When I met Darrel, I met Christy, and we met on the campus in where the Louisiana Scholars College was, and they were just out for a walk. Such a team. So I think that sort of team work that they developed, as a couple, as parents, really informed how Darrel thought about leading students and leading an institution.
We're good friends. We did lots of things together. As colleagues, we went to each other's family celebrations. We had dinners together. We hosted colleagues and scholars, and it took excursions. We went to, had a New Orleans trip together, and we just had a wonderful time. So, and our children knew each other. Christy was an important part of our family as well. My children even think of Darrel and Christy as a part of extended family.
They said, "This is Rachel, this is Jacob, and Jacob's the reason we're sticking with only 2 kids."
When I think about the presidency of Darrel and Christy here on the campus, I think of the ways in which they embraced the college. It's clear that they are committed to and love the college. And that comes through in many, many ways, in conversations, in addresses. He has fully embraced the mission and the purpose, including the Lutheran background. Though he was not Lutheran, he does a wonderful job of articulating what we have debated for years as Lutheran colleges. What does it mean to be a college of the Lutheran Church? I recently heard him give a wonderful address at St. Paul's 150th anniversary, in which he talked about themes that you often hear from him: grace, freedom, and then most of all, calling. And saying that the calling of the Christian, which is one of Luther's main themes, the calling of the Christian is our calling as a college to empower and free students for lives of leadership and service as a spirited expression of their faith and learning in our mission statement. And he does that very well.
I think one of the characteristics I would mention that's helped Darrel to become successful is that he is a very caring person. He cares about what he is doing. He wants people to be involved, and as a result, that helps to build a successful career. He's just a very caring person about whatever he's into, and I think that helps him to be successful. And with that characteristic, he finds that people then respond very positively to what he's doing.
Well, Darrel was involved with the Transforming Tomorrow campaign as he came into Wartburg College very early in the campaign. And he put his fingerprints all over the campaign. He dove in with donors, he dove in with alumni, with people close to the college. And I think the success of the campaign, the largest campaign we've ever had as a college, is in large part due to Darrel and his outreach with donors.
Working with President Colson is so helpful as it provides that important link between administration and the student body. We have the chance to meet bi-weekly, and he always helps with Student Senate projects and provides helpful insight and suggestions.
Christy expanded the artwork on campus considerably. I mean, she took hold of that with passion and decided that Wartburg had a collection of art and had art students, and it needed to be displayed, which it had not been before. And she worked very hard.
She
and
worked with
diligently.
Barbara, and it just made all the difference when you walk around campus and see all the artwork. Christy is to be thanked for that.
I've often said, and I said to Darrel and Christy when they first came, we've had some good presidents in my years here. In fact, I've known 6 of them. But as good as the presidents have been, their wives are usually better. And I said that jokingly, but they are a real team. And you see that when you go to Greenwood.
Well, they are definitely a team, Darrel and Christy, and a very successful team. As I said, they often hosted members of the Board of Regents at their home for dinner or for drinks after a long day, and so the Board of Regents members would go and I would go, and often it would get kind of late and I would say, well, I'm kind of ready to leave, but I wanted to kind of sneak out. And so I would obviously excuse myself from the group of people that I was with, and then I'd try to sneak out of the house so I wouldn't have to go around to everybody and say goodnight. And every time I tried to do that, Christy would meet me at the door. And she would meet me at the door, and she would understand, and she would say, have a good evening, Sherman, but that's just a part of who she is, always there, always being very hospitable and very caring.
Well, I think Darrel has really done a great job transforming Wartburg overall. One of the areas is in the physical campus that we have. I've talked to people recently who comment that it's one of the most beautiful campuses that they've ever been to. And if I think back 10 plus years to when Darrel came, much of that has to do with the time that Darrel was at campus. So the physical part of it is tremendous. And then the people at Wartburg as well, whether it's the staff or the faculty. I know that he's done a great job with getting endowed chairs for the faculty. And then the students as well, which is really the core of who Darrel is. Things like Rice Day came about because of Darrel Colson. And so he's had a tremendous impact on the college overall and transforming the college.
President Colson has improved Wartburg College through his presence for students. From move-in day to the knighting ceremony to outfly to random hellos in the hallway, President Colson is always there for students.
They always attended all the concerts. Anytime the student activities they were always at. He was always very concerned with Student Senate and working with the students. I mean, he was student-centered.
I can recall, walking across campus at homecoming times and so forth with Darrel and Christy, and students would come up to where he would come up to them, and he knew them, and his interaction with them was personal and not just because he had to. He felt a relationship to
He
them.
wasn't aloof, he was active.
And of course, Christy was particularly so. Yeah.
I would describe Darrel's leadership style as participative, which is to say that he is open to listening to people, so therefore he wants to hear what people have to say. He encourages discussion, conversation, participation from people in terms of the decision-making process, and so a very participative type of relationship where he provides leadership. He wants to hear what people have to say. I'll use the word ponder. Being a philosopher, he likes to ponder, and so that's a part of his leadership style too. And for some people, he ponders a little too long, but for most people, I think it's just at the right time.
He recognized the fact that he was not just an academic anymore, that he had a much wider role. And he has done a wonderful job with, not only on campus, but working with alums and people who give to the college. And Christy is just right there beside him, being just gracious and lovely.
My favorite memory with President Colson is ringing the victory bell on the morning of Outfly. Outfly is such a joyful day, and it was so exciting to be able to declare that morning Outfly a day of no classes and fun for the student body.
I've always been impressed. I think Darrel is the first president I've known in my time at Wartburg who willingly accepts the responsibility and the privilege of praying. He readily prays as an expression of his faith before we meet and eat in the castle room or out at his home. As a campus pastor, I was used to always being asked to pray. And it's kind of neat that we had a president whose faith not only permits him, but encourages him to express it in prayer. That to me has been one of the unique things about Darrel, and that faith comes through.
The legacy that Darrel's leaving at Wartburg, I've been around some really good leaders in my career, and all the leaders that I've been around, really great leaders, have been ones who have done wonderful things at places that they've been, like Darrel has done, whether it's the graduates that we have at Wartburg, whether it's the faculty, whether it's the dorms, whatever it might be, great things that they've done during their legacy. But what really makes a leader great is leaving a place better than it was and making sure that the people coming in afterwards have this foundation to have great success. And I think when I think about Darrel's legacy, it will be all those great things that he's done through the last 10 plus years, but it'll be really the way he's left the college and the foundation that the next people coming in have to build on, and that's Darrel's legacy.
I can't believe he's retiring, but I congratulate him on a fantastic career, a wonderful, impressive career.
I wish them well. It's been a pleasure being with them, and hopefully that relationship can still in some way continue.
I have nothing but absolutely warm and loving feelings towards Darrel and Christy and his family. I certainly wish him the best, and any way that I can contribute to his ongoing happiness and success, I'm thrilled to have that opportunity.
It's been a wonderful long ride together, and God be with you till we meet again.
Thank you for all that you have been to me personally, to the Board of Regents, to Wartburg College, and the advice I would give is to go and enjoy your grandchildren.
Well, Darrel and Christy, thanks for all you've done to make Wartburg the place it is today. Now go and enjoy the grandkids, enjoy each other, take time to do the things that you've always wanted to do but weren't able to carve out of a busy schedule of 13 years at Wartburg College. And God bless you and keep loving each other and your families and the world.